Happy days. It is time for some FACEIT League. We've got some NA Master tonight. We're in the final couple days of Master Division. But, you know, we still have not just seeding. We still have a couple of teams that we got to figure out, like, who's going to get in. But a couple of teams, in fact, both of these two teams that are playing tonight, I've kind of waited to the end of the season to play, like, half of their matches. Quite literally playing half of the season's worth of matches in this final week. EDM playing something like 6 days in a row. Amplify was coming into this final week, only had playing 2/3 of their matches, only have played 10 of their 15 matches. Boot Troop was something similar. Boot Troop was playing 8 matches in 9 days or something like that. I don't know, affliction is quite the right word, but it definitely seemed to be going around. And it's made kind of gauging, you know, who's going to make playoffs and seeding and where everybody's going to fall quite difficult there at the end of the season. You know, let's just go ahead and pull up some standings. I got standings ready for you. I do have standings ready for you. Let's go. Let's go. Look at me go. Amplify 4 and 7. Emote down mid 7 and 4. EDM coming off of a very uncharacteristic loss to In Control last night, though. So if you look at those records and think, wow, I mean, that just automatically means like we should just give EDM this dub and we don't even have to play this match, right? Wrong. EDM got 3-0'd by In Control last night. And, I mean, EDM need these wins. When we start getting into 7 losses, makes into playoffs, we're going to get into some head-to-heads, and there's going to be some tiebreakers involved. If we stay at a clean 6 losses is your playoff, like, line, that should be just a clean top 8. I mean, it would be exactly who's sitting in your top 8 right now. So much could swing that it's hard to just say outright 6 losses is the cutoff. But HiveMind has big game. You know, like if they get beat, then 7 losses is good enough. And we're going to start getting into tiebreakers here with Kintsugi, who's playing EDM on this stream tomorrow. Also Amplify. Now, it would require Amplify winning out the entire rest of their 4 matches. And not only do they have, you know, a explosive EDM here tonight, but they still have Boot Troop, Alternate, and Daystar in their future. 3 or 4 teams at the top of the standings right now. Alternate, Boot Troop, and Daystar. And then EDM, I'm sitting here at 7 and 4. 4 of your toughest teams in the division remaining that Amplify need to be flawless on if they want to make playoffs. But even if they're able to pull off that miracle, they need HiveMind to lose one. And HiveMind are playing like In Control. I mean, In Control is the only one they have left. Yeah. Oh, okay, they played Amplify. That's what it was. They beat Amplify last night. So there you go. If HiveMind beat In Control, then 6 losses could potentially be the cutoff. The only other option here is if EDM lose enough matches. They have 7 losses. Then suddenly they could find themselves in a tiebreaker scenario for that 8th seed, with HiveMind coming away with that 7th place. So if they both end up 9 and 6, HiveMind will get the 7th place seed or the 6th place seed, however that works out. EDM, like I said, do still have a mean stretch. They are playing every single day here for the rest of the season. They're 7 and 4, so they could theoretically drop 2 of those and still be good enough to make playoffs. You know, if EDM drops to 7 losses and loses to Kintsugi, they might be out of playoffs entirely, right? So that is still an option. They are not guaranteed a slot in the postseason just yet. Not yet. They still need a couple more dubs to make that happen. I think 2 will do it. Okay. Amplify will get map pick here to start things off. If EDM keep losing because of like their schedule, the constant matches, it'd be crazy. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you kind of forced yourself into this hole where you have to play out every single day for the rest of the season. Amplify, of course, making some changes right before roster lock, as you've had Crazy Cat and Ewan return to this roster. So these are the back line that was here with Amplify at the start of the year when they won their promotion relegation matches back in mid-January and fought their way from Expert directly into OWCS, skipping Master Division altogether. This was, it was this core. It was this gap, Crazy Cat Ewan core that took them that far, and a lot of a lot of hype at the time was based around Gap and Ewan synergy. The way that these two communicate and work together, and that was a big part of the kind of the identity, and I think the energy of this Amplify team. So have made those changes, are keeping it here. You do have, you know, Byzantine and Ivory still on the front line. So I love this new look. I mean, and I think this, it's kind of the only shame here is that it took Amplify this long to put this roster together. This roster feels good, and you still have, you know, you still have Angel Velato, you still have Garchomp as subs. You know, some of the changes that we had seen made, you know, over the past few months. But I love this starting 5 here for Amplify, and I think they've found something really nice here. I mean, a winner in chat, you go. Team has been competing in FACEIT League since season 1. Is to this day the only team to go from expert into OWCS. Okay, we did get the Doomfist ban out of Amplify. We've got an Echo ban here, it looks like, here out of EDM. We do have Angel Velato in. So no Ivory in the lineup tonight. You're going to get Byzantine and Angel Velato starting in the DPS role here for Amplify. And then confirmation we are getting Cardi fan started. No Petal. Petal left like right before roster lock here for EDM. We did have Victory come in. But it says literally just got off work. Sped home to make it in for this match. Oh, well, no breaking any laws. No making any laws. I don't know what I just said. No breaking laws. You can break Lars all you want. You can go have at it. Lars is tough.
3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
All right. Gap on the Maga. We've actually seen a little bit of Maga since the patch on Tuesday. Of course, the mid-season patch brought with it a couple of changes. Nothing that seems to have really caused any big ripples in the meta. Cardi fan with an opener. Gonna find Angel Velato as Amplifier running the double flanker and the Sombra Tracer. Well, both of those flankers get found out early. Pounced on early. Oh, the boop. Oh, that boop will seal the fate of the remaining 3. Beeman FPS, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Cheers. No, Ewan is back in his home turf. Here on Amplify once again. Oh. Of course, Lucio getting a small nerf there to the damage output, which will affect your you know, not only the raw damage potential when you're on flanks and things like the assassination missions, like we were just saying, but also your sound barrier charge as well. Might be a little bit slower now. Victory looking at our first ult online. Come try to follow up there on that pounce, on that pile drive, rather. Not a Cardi fan. There's a 1. Ewan ducks into the corner. Somehow stays alive through that. So far, Amplifier been able to thwart the various attempts. As I say that, Cardi comes in and drops in on the Biz, who swapped off the Sombra into a Cassidy and still not having much better luck. There is a Kitsune Rush invested from Crazy Cat. Amplify is still in control, but now double support ults come in from EDM, try to strike back. That'll be enough to win the fight and get the flip. Running through the hallway. Deadeye tried to catch Kashir with it. Watch Kashir coming in from behind you, though. Cage fight in. Kashir will easily break that. We did get a flip amidst all of this. EDM give up the point. I mean, with all the flankers, too, that feels like quite a big mistake. You got so much speed. To be giving up the point for free like that feels like a bit of an error. Crazy Cat in this hallway finds 2 headshot kills. Nasty work from the Kiri. Great shots. Great fight. And EDM fumble not just the objective, but the team fight itself. There was a Death Blossom used somewhere in there. No clue when that was invested. It got nothing. Angel Velato and the Bean Shooter just kind of keeping Cardifan marked down in the pit. And you can see Biz will hit Cardi as they come out, get as much damage as possible, and they will get the DMAC right as the overtime has started. Kashir with a quick shadow step underneath the hallway, see if they can get themselves entrenched for some point presence. There's gonna be a double fade in. Oh, you have the blinks used and the shadow step used. EDM looking a little out of sync here. Amplify have everything they need to close out this opening round. Biz gets 3, 4 in that final team fight. Little tip of the hat to you.
Score 0-1. Ready for battle.
I was playing Wrecking Ball on University, right? Like, that is the worst spot to try to play Wrecking Ball. Coming into Sunny Center, this is far better. Far better.
5, 4, 3.
You have such limited options. It makes your pathing very predictable.
Round 2. Capture the objective.
Victory goes into the fray for the second round. And then that Cardifan Diva. Biz, know my name? Well, this is Busy T. I think you're alright. You're alright, Busy. Whoa. A little silver bullet headshot there. Victory does get taken down. Gorilla trying to get chase. Oh, there's the backup. Biz comes in. At least finds revenge. Hey, if Biz doesn't make that move, that's just a Gorilla, ego engagement win. Not really, but what about trying to say dual win, I suppose. Both teams kind of poising around the center pillar. Man, I think Gap didn't realize just how close Cardifan had gotten there. Eventually, he's going to run back. There's Gorilla with yet another pick. You know, this is the second time. Last time, Biz was there to immediately find the trade, but this time, I mean, Gorilla's going to find that opening kill. That first blood will get leveraged into a flip and a complete gong of death there. And much needed here, it feels like, for Medium. Kind of gets the momentum going in their direction a little bit. Now you've got some ults to work with, and, notably this Kitsune Rush, available for both teams, as a matter of fact. Deadeye does land on the Biz. Looked like Susie was there to keep them alive through it. And the Deadeye finds Eden. Oh, that's unfortunate. With the rushes in play for both teams, Biz rotates around towards Stairs' side, and Gap is going to overrun all the way through the back. All in an effort to try to carve out a piece of this center objective. Claim it all for Amplify. Cardifan runs in the middle just to try to avoid some damage. Gobbles up by Angel Velato's pulse bomb along the way. But eventually we'll get ran out here. Sound barrier to re-engage. Look at a slingshot, not give up control of the point. Ewan does have one to match. Gap standing tall, though, does not look dismayed, does not look dissuade. Now has a cage fight to keep everybody here. You know what? Let's just make it a party. Was having such a good time. Why would you want to leave now? Amplify winning out on the back of that ultimate. 40%, 77 on the board. Angel and Kashir dueling. Oh, finds Ewan with that. No way. The headshots that were just enough, I think, so that the pulse bomb got the final blow. What a slick play. I mean, that's enough to force Amplify back. Angel Volato gets picked off. This Gorilla comes up with 2. Oh my. Gorilla gets 3 in that fight. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, come on. Gorilla's gonna give you the 4th. Kitsune Rush. Throw it in and try to get Amplify back on this point. The Kitsune Rush, you know what? You're gonna get 2 kills out of it. You do find some value out of that. Not just a desperate attempt to get a touch. You've also had this somber swap. Ooh, Victory's actually going to match.
That party was boring.
99-99 fight incoming. Ooh, Cardifan gets booped, but is able to muscle their way back in. Suzu's already been used here. Kashir's got the poles. Just kind of cleared out. Looked like the front door a little bit. Cardifan tries it and get back in mech. It's a dangerous move. Somehow they're able to call the mech back down, get that extra 700 health. Both teams got to back up to their respective quarters. We're going to get a good solid look at this final fight. Both sound barriers coming into play. Ewan's hits the ground. Oh, and a cage fight is there. Sexy Eaton sound barrier going to be enough to help EDM hold on. Health bar is just too low. The beat does not outlast the cage. Biz will hunt down Gorilla, drop the EMP into the fight. Clean up what remains. EDM, they swing it back as close as humanly possible. Not close enough. Amplify take round 2 in the 1-0 lead of the series with this win on Oasis.
Play of the game.
All right, so we get a circuit pick here out of EDM. And a side swap, of course. Okay. Oh, and a Zarya ban. All right, all right. Is this going to be just Carter going into the Doomfist? And that was, I mean, Zarya is my go-to as far as the anti-Doomfist. The bubbles are so good against the Doom, the burst damage, you know, just the sheer high damage output of a Zarya. You can build quick charge and then put a hurt down on that Doomfist before they're really able to cycle their cooldowns and get out. So I can see it. I can see the vision. Let's look at some stats there from map 1. We're looking at 22 and 4 from Biz. Angel Volato got DC'd there between rounds, so that's an inaccurate stat. That's just from City Center. 13K for Gap, 18 and 3. Fewest deaths, most damage. Biz has most elims. All around, just a dominant look. You're able to put, you know, everybody kind of in some comfortable heroes that they're very, very good with here for Amplify. It does seem to be a pretty good meta for them. And I don't know that the Maga is going to work against everybody, but it is a solid choice to play anti-Doom, anti-Wrecking Ball. Let's get into map 2. Let's see. Oh, yeah, ban. What was our second ban? It was a Freya.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Oh, hey, we got Derpy in. Oh, we also have Ivory coming in for Angel Volado there for Amplify. We're going to get a little Hanzo sim. You know, the classic Hanzo sim. That is you do on Circuit Royale. Victory with a great opening pick. Oh my. I mean, you're just able to get good positioning up there, and we did get slight nerf to Storm Arrows in this patch, but otherwise Hanzo still in a great spot right now. I mean, as far as good as Hanzo's ever been. You've got your one shot, you've got good size arrows. Oh, Phoenix, what's up? We're not gonna get a touch? No touch! 5.5 minute time bank. We're close to it. A little under. Don't let me in suspense, Phoenix. What is it? What is it? Or is that like a sympathetic, like, oh, bull. Like, okay, Grandpa, let's get you inside. Like, is it one of those kind of, is that the inflection here? Yes, that was new to Season 5. They started that in Season 5 of the FACEIT League and continue that relegation system into Season 6. I actually really like it. So, yeah, 15th and 16th seeds do auto demote, but you do get some promotion relegation matches for Expert Master, which I think is a great change. Teleport up to the top, Shatter available here for Derpy. Biz firing through a window. That is some double damage rockets out of that far. That's nasty. And Gap will find that last sliver of health remaining on Derpy's bar. This leaves the rest of EDM kind of in a weird spot. Boop there from Ewan, and that's just Gorilla collapsing. Despite throwing an It Matrix in. Oh, Derpy just washes the rest of the team gets destroyed. Now trying to do a little shield scouting around the corner here. Teleport gets destroyed. Shatter nails Gap. Oh, but you're gonna get a barrage on the top to try to prevent that damage. Still, Gorilla's able to move in, get two. We've got ourselves a team fight. We've made it scrappy, you've made it messy. It's exactly how EDM like it. They get the Gong of Death. All right. No playing Ryan into a race. After Gap does make that swap, we will also see Derpy go into the Sigma here. That's enough fun. No more fun. I mean, I love Sigma. I love playing Sigma. But as far as watching, I mean, there's nothing beats a Reinhardt. Sigma far more calculated, though. Sim Barrier will combine with the teleporter, for that matter. We'll get EDM over towards Tent. Hey, Matrix is in, but Ewan's already down. Victory just firing down into the hotel. Getting a ton of work done. Gets both supports, gets Gap. 3 already in the fight. Victory will help get this cart inside the hotel. So far, so good here for EDM. Love the path. You can go for the boop. There it is. How does? Nope. No, he does not. I saw that one coming. Well played. Well played, Ewan. Teleport to close the gap. And then Derpy's going to try to come in and compress the vice down onto the defense. Ends up being a trade. Gets a little messy. We talk about EDM. This is the kind of fights they like. This is going their way. Even though it's trades, this is EDM favor. You can see Django. I couldn't think of a good chain name. Derpy Unchained? Django Unhinged. Something like that. I think this is Django Unhinged. Watch for the Biz drop down blizzard. Your teleporter goes into the far top left side of your screen. It's going to the opposite high ground. Gap drops in. That's an interesting rotation. Derpy moves them through hallway, not down main, but they've lost Gorilla already. Ivory's going to throw in some dragons and just kind of takes over here on this defense. I talked about how they kind of got the teleport in deep, very deep. Well, Ivory recognizes the split EDM. Comes in with a great team fight. Oh, Biz, that's just dirty. Oh, no. The teleport ends up being just a big target. Ivory just pours arrows right at them. Biz did use the ultimate throughout that engagement as well. Speaking of ultimates, you got plenty coming up online for the other side. You still have 60 seconds to work with. Whoa, Flux. Oh, that is a big Flux. That's going to 5-4. Drop him down into the Dragons. The Sky Noon does prevent too much follow-up. It is a lot of ults out of ADM, and Gap finds themselves inside the pin of Derpy. So Photon Barrier, Sound Barrier, shatter later. Crazy Cat flattened to the ground. ADM have control of this point. You still have a Sound Barrier available for you to come back and get this retake. Teleport up to the high ground is going to get Victory into a great position with a window to play around up here. Can't quite lock down Ewan. Sound Barrier, I didn't see. I don't even know if the Sound Barrier came out. If it did, it was not enough. I did not see it hit. I thought I heard it throw into the fight earlier. Either way, it's not enough. And we'll get a completion with time. Django the Mango. That is.
0 to 3. Switching sides.
The Mango, huh? I don't know about that one, Busy. I don't know about that one. I'm not seeing the Mango vision. Huh?
Ready for battle.
Positioning.
It's a good skin. Material skin. Diablo skin. Really cool.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the pain.
6 from both teams. Because Shirafara is kind of the outlier here. You still have Biz playing the May on this attack, so you get a bit of a poke roll hybrid. You know, it's not quite double sniper. You gotta watch out for just the spam damage, though. I mean, just so much crowd control available in the spam damage. You're able to corral just through pressure. Very low crazy cat. Yeah, we'll get found out. Good shot from Gorilla. But the Kashir Farah. What a wrinkle here for this defense. Oh, you went beat to touch. Oh, that's why I didn't really see it in the fight. That explains it. Good catch, Benjamin. Good catch. I'm about to say, I thought I heard it like way early in the fight. I just looked up and I didn't see anybody with green bars. Like it didn't, you know, I was like, did that beat land? Like. Ooh, Ivory finds a shot out of Paul Lane. Subbed in here for map 2, by the way. Kashir finds a response. Both at the exact same ult charge as well. Ooh, the grapple to avoid the gravitic flux. And Django unhinged, not able to find anything. We do get 1 out of the barrage from Kashir. And that actually is going to be enough to help this stabilize. You do enough damage to Gap that Gorilla finds that final blow. 8 hold with just under 2 minutes to go. Did the wall catch Jangle? They do. Immortality Field keeps Derpy alive, but only for a moment. Victory will drop the OC. See if they can trade this back. Oh, okay. We get the right hard swap to come in and try to finish off this hold here with a minute to go. The flux, it was hard to tell, but it looked like whoever from EDM was caught was able to hide enough. I mean, you get no deaths in the feed. Immortality Field and Sound Barrier used just to kind of keep Gap alive, and they're still backpedaling. We're pushing forward, and now the later Amplify, excuse me, the later Sound Barrier. Man, EDM's been able to buy so much space with that. 35 seconds. Amplify lucky to not completely fumble this. You do have this window to work with. Good shot from Ivory to open this up. That was a big pin in from Derpy. Did you get the push off the map? Yeah, you got Gap off the map with that. But you still have to respect the window. You was going to try to go C9 the cart. Biz taps in. You get it within 3 meters, but the Reinhardt shows up and holds. 10 seconds to go as they wait for their tank to return. Gap's got to go over to a Wrecking Ball to make that happen. Victory drops the OC, finds Biz immediately. Ewan won't get back to the cart. You do have 1 there. Gap was trying to get the C9. That is it. ADM with the full hold. We'll tie up the series. So we go back into an Amplify map pick. It's New Junk City. You know, for map 3. Just gonna go ahead and swap the sides. You know it's coming. One of these times I'm going to do that and they're not going to swap sides. But it's not going to be this time. Yeah, right there at the end where it's Amplify kind of... We saw the sound barrier and the ramp come out simultaneously, and really without much. It didn't feel like it had much inspiration behind it. Like it wasn't to push, it wasn't to capitalize on a cooldown advantage and really try to slingshot forward. It felt like a, hey, we got to make sure we can keep our tank alive. And that, I mean, that was the moment. That was the moment where it felt like they kind of had it and let it slip through their fingers. Amplify did. We will get a Sigma ban heading into this map. There's some stats there from Circuit Royale. Don't play about the Derpy Royale. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. What stands out in stats from map 2? I mean, just a huge effort. I mean, Gorilla with the 24 elims. Hanging in there with all of the DPS in the lobby. 23 assists, 6,000 damage. Gorilla had a hell of a map. Gorilla had a hell of a map. Could be a Lucio ban here from EDM as we get ready to head into NJC. That doesn't flow off the tongue very well, does it? Like, you type it out NJC, but NJC, like, it's just a weird, like, it just does not flow off the tongue at all. Not at all. All right, let's get into map 4. Or 3, rather. 3. 3. Three-sa. Cardiff back in with the Wrecking Ball. Kashir Victory going into a double flex DPS lock. Pauline staying in. So we kind of double flex support look as well, right? Kind of. I mean, no sexy Eden. As sexy as sexy Eden is. But hey, whatever, you know, this oddball composition works out. First fight, we'll go to EDM. As well, first cap. I want to see EDM on Brawl keep Derpy in on this map. Nope. We're back into the Wrecking Ball. It's all Cardifan. Angel Velato has sub back in on the other side. And we do get the Ewan Brig. This is the only other thing I've ever seen the Ewan on. I mean, try to play the Brig Juno with this Marga composition. So it definitely changes the dynamic of Gap's timing and Ewan's role in this comp. With that Lucio getting banned out. You know, it might make the backline a little bit more resilient. Ooh, Kashir had a mean position there up top. Forces the rotation out of Amplify. They're able to get away, and Angel Velato sneaks in on the flank side for a kill on the victory. So 5v4 favoring Amplify at the moment. Cardifan goes back in, trying to find a trade, but so far, you're doing a great job of protecting Crazy Cat and Biz there in the backline. Runs off Gorilla. And Amplify will flip this thing. It takes them takes them about a minute or so. Amplify do work up, EDM do get 99% there off that first effort. Sprinklers too, thank you for the follow, I appreciate you. Little spin to win there from Cardifan. Man, ball tech is so fun. You know, you just get a good view of the battlefield. You get a little fun tech. You can point out, you're like, oh, I know that tech. Ooh, slam in on the Crazy Cat, and immediately the bulk of the sustain is gone from this Amplify composition. Biz will get hunted down by the tickles of Gorilla, and this is just looking like EDM cleaning up. We're headed to the junkyard.
Next flashpoint, junkyard.
Angel Velato at the bottom of your screen being marked by Gorilla. It's kind of funny that the Moira does such a good job of marking that flank. Victory with the ultimate. I mean, you know what? Maybe chained up, held in place, but still has plenty of punching power. Oh, a drill dash there would have been nasty. There it is. So that's going to get Gap off the side. We'll get a first Cap here out of EDM. I know. Bring Juno. Bring Juno in the good old Big 25. Oh, okay. Gap says that's enough. That's enough of the Malga. That's not working. Gonna have to swap this up. Yeah, it's that Lucio ban. That Lucio ban, I think, is really messing with him. Ewan's gonna go in and, excuse me, interrupt that thought while we've got double ults just directed right onto Crazy Cat's face. Then Juno never stood a chance. I mean, you just had cold Death Blossom unleashed. But as to what I was saying a second ago, Ewan is moving over into the flex support. Biz is going into a Sombra, Gap into a Junker Queen, really trying to see if they can match touch. Like, I think they're trying to match 1 for 1. So Crazy Cat goes into a Moira. Biz is kind of the anti-Victory as well. Job to keep Victory and Cardifan from just being able to do whatever they want. We're at a 99% here. Kashir's already found two. Is hunting down one more. Yep. Oh, and we get the Gap Roadhog. All right, Gap. Let's see what you got. You got some extra crit damage on the Roadhog now. All right, Roadhog just super meta. Just nobody knows about it. Oh, Victory finds Crazy Cat immediately. Hey, the maximum flanker damage is somewhat working. At least it did for that fight. I mean, this is just a straight pick comp. Everybody kind of playing for themselves. Everybody just hoping that they can get a pick. Not necessarily playing for themselves as in zero teamwork. But this is just all about looking for those picks. All about kind of playing, min-maxing whatever effectiveness you can have. Victor Lee Venture Masterclass. Alright, Gap gets the hook on a Kashir. Paul Wing's gonna throw in a Kitsune. But you get the EMP from Biz. That's gonna hit at least two. Pauline gets brought down. Ewan has the Kitsune rush to match into this fight. Gap manages to find Kashir through that, and there you go. That's just gonna be enough. You don't have enough damage to finish this off. Amplify, hang on to this point. And the pick comp is working. Alright, so you got Angel Velato with Ewan watching top entrance. Carter Fanning coming in, come through main. Victory working coast, Gorilla working through top. Very spread out approach here from EDM. Coalescing Storm right on top of Ewan. Did not have the swift step to get away, apparently. But Gap is able to whole hog Cardifan into oblivion. So, you know, it ends up kind of being tit for tat here. Kashir tried to chase down one. Gets hooked, will not get the ultimate into this fight. Hook lands onto the ball. Cardifan just swapping to get a touch in here, but Amplify move into one of the weirdest compositions we have ever seen in FACEIT League and actually managed to find a little success. Marga swap from Cardiff. Just gonna try to run down the hog. This is all guns just point at the Roadhog. Victory. Moving on to the chaser. Handles the flankers. It seems like EDM immediately find an answer they are happy with. So Gap will move to mirror the Marga. Oh, good pick from Ewan. All right. You know, you're at least able to quell Victory for a little bit. Maybe just lower the ego a little. Great Suzu to protect against the stomp. Biz heads back over to the point. Kashira is going to shadow step right into the middle of the pack. I think it was trying to bait out the EMP. Did not get it. Both DPS ults all available as well as the Kitsune Rush. The EMP comes in. Not sure. I think the Suzu cleansed the EMP before it even hit. I think it was a perfect Suzu there for Pauline. A beautiful Kitsune Rush as well. That might have just saved this map here for EDM. The EMP is exactly what Amplify was counting on. It was really all they had to try to create a foothold here. You will get this Kitsune Rush out, but just barely. Biz swaps into a Raper, but they're all caught in a cage. Cardi fan, it's just trapped in a cage of emotions. Those emotions are elation. If you're an EDM fan, they'll take the 2-1 lead in the series. Great cage fight. Holy hell. Okay. Colosseo. Alright, alright. You know, a little bit more front back gameplay. I can see it. You're at least going to limit Cardi fans' effectiveness. You know, you're going to... I think you kind of force EDM to play Brawl here. I love seeing the Central American talent. Mexican talent and Angel Volato and Paulette. Both exceptional. Both had great maps, to be honest. Paulette, particularly there at the end. It's going to be a ball ban here from Amplify. Look at some stats there from map 3. Really just a dominant performance all the way around. Paulette with the 25 assists. Tell you, Paulette had a great map. I'm telling you. Damn right. This backline at EDM, not to be underrated. Not to be underrated. All right, so what we anticipate Derpy coming back in. I mean, you're gonna force the brawl here. What's the score? Mine, there's a scoreboard at the bottom of the screen, or at the top of the screen if you're still in game. But I think by now you're probably we're back in lobby. So look, there's a scoreboard at the bottom of the screen. Comes from Junk City. What's the most annoying? Victory on Venture? All right. Sure, run it. You're welcome, Legend. All right, Legand? Excuse me. Okay, Gap showing us something completely different. We get the Ramatra. Now, Ramatra kind of somewhere in the middle. You know, you get that slight buff. A slight buff. Hey, there's a good opening pick. That's what Amplify needed. I'm playing this very fast-paced style. Trying to just, I mean, you're trying to outpace the Brawl EDM. I mean, it kind of works. It kind of works. Spamming Mick Ultras and 6 milli experiments to this banger. Let's go, Ryan. Let's go. I appreciate you being here. You goat. You absolute goat. All right, what are we looking at? Oh, man. Django unhinged. Finds 2 with 1 set of hyperspheres. Both of your supports in 1 set of hyperspheres. That is not the way that was supposed to go. And Aiden, looking as sexy as ever, comes in to find both your DPS. Bot is able to make it out of the arches. You get a slight lead attained here from EDM. But Amplify will get the re-engage. You steal the teleporter and close the gap. No pun intended. And so they don't let the bot push out into the open. They're able to fight here. You force EDM back. A very important retake there. That was kind of on a knife's edge. I felt like if that bot got too much further, EDM was going to be able to start setting up there. We're going to retake the arches with a Kitsune rush. Gap at about half health, has to drop the Nemesis block back away. Crazy Cat does have their own rush to slingshot back into this with. You're going to have the Gap Annihilation. It's going to teleport through before throwing down the Kitsune rush towards Django's direction. Django trying to fly away from the pummels coming in from Gap. Pulse lands on Derpy right as they descend from the heavens. Nobody's dead just yet. Angel Volato's coming in and out, back behind the ranks of EDM. Meanwhile, on the front line, Biz is able to get 1. And it sounded like Derpy's flux got canceled. We heard the voice line start but not finish. Derpy themselves ends up very far forward, and you end up finally, through a long, very prolonged fight, Amplify come out on top. That felt like a 2-minute fight. Oh, Sparrow, love you too, buddy. Thank you for being here. If you think about it, Ram is basically Winton. I don't know that I agree with that logic, Maddie, but you know what? I'm open to exploring this topic. Queen swap here from Derpy. Runs back to try to prevent this checkpoint. Sound barrier invested for both squads. Biz has this photon, though. And Gap's able to play around it. And you do get 1 pick here for Amplify, but the bot steal from EDM. Eden's just going to keep running away with it. As long as you let Eden run away with it, Eden's going to keep running away with it. Eventually, Ewan comes in to intercept. But a great bot still. I mean, you earn yourself a full team fight. You prevent the cap. I mean, that would have been an Amplify cap for sure. Like, what a great bot steal. That was just outright wild. Oh, Derpy, you gonna be able to get out of that one? No shout, the drill dash in, but there's just nothing Victory could do. The Venture Lee was not enough. Oh. I'm sorry, it's the Cashier Venture. What am I talking about? We have the Victory Soj. I was just so used to the Venture Lee. My brain immediately just went, of course that's Victory on the Venture. Ooh, Angel Auto blinking through mid. I love this. This is getting deep behind enemy territory. Dueling rushes over the point. Tectonic shock from Cashier. Able to trade for Crazy Cat. Actually a worthwhile trade. Gap's gonna pop the Annihilation. Try to hang on here. They are purpled by the Rampage from Derpy. We'll get hunted down with a little help from Victory. What's up, Painkiller? I appreciate you being here, legend. Whoop. Angel Auto got some good cooldowns out. Ooh, we gonna get the lead. We're gonna get the lead. Derpy contestant down low, playing out of the cubby. There's the shot engage. There's the pull, the dive, the follow-up shot. Biz is done. That is one dusted cowboy. So that's why they call it a duster. Hey-oh. Gap will go to a hazard. We get a very important checkpoint. Oh, chilled water. I appreciate you being here. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing good. I hope the streams and the cast have been going well for you. Sound barrier available from 16, about 5% ahead of you, and is it going to be enough? That advantage does not seem to be. Oh, victory slides right into a Deadeye. They're on the high ground. What are we left with here? It's kind of a scramble of a 4v4, but it was a good positional advantage from EDM. Now they kind of bounce up to that important corner. Now they've lost Eden in this exchange. What a weird team fight. I will say, EDM took a lot of time off the clock with that. Oh my goodness, that one, another one that just seemed to go on forever. Container rush available from Amplify. Angel Velato, I should have known. Angel Velato loves getting, like, way behind enemy lines. I mean, spy style. It's a huge downpour. What a catch! And with Angel Velato in a perfect spot to take advantage of the route into Eden. Now the Container rush layered in from Crazy Cat. Gorilla does have the answer. Derpy with a rampage might be able to do something. Oh, that was a big boop. The Suzu's too early. Ewan is purple. Biz is taken down. Victory's gonna find both of your DPS players. Crazy Cat has to sell Suzu and just try to get out of there alive. So shout into Blade. I love this setup across that left-hand side. A couple of slices into Blizz. Or Biz. That's a low cap. Crazy. Nobody from Amplify has a whole lot of HP to play with here. Eden sneaks past, try to get out. Excuse me, Ewan. Gorilla with 2 kills late in that fight, by the way. Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind. I don't even know about all that. Ewan with an important pick. Ewan finds Derpy. Yeah, I did not see that boop. Yeah, you see Derpy, you see it dropping whatever that is in chat. All right, we got a long road for Amplify if they want to send this map 5. They do not even have a checkpoint yet. You need to be judicious with their ultimates. You do have double support ults online. Consider rush out of Gorilla here to start. Ewan is going to go ahead and throw in the beat. It's the only thing you got. Gap's going to have to go ahead and invest in this downpour as well. Looks like 2 were caught in the downpour, and Gap's able to pick up a kill, and that's an important kill on to victory. Gorilla low. Oh, and that would have definitely tilted this fight in your favor. Biz will find it. Now the worst thing Amplify can do is trade. They managed to not. So everything kind of goes in Amplify's favor in that fight. You got a lot more work to do. You're immediately going to get checkpoint, but that's a 10-second wait. You can see the line of victory directly behind Amplify. They'll have a Kitsune rush to hold this long hallway, which means we're going to get this rush from down low. Kashir's going to pull off the blade immediately. Oh, and catches Ewan right out of the gate. Looked like a rail got deflected. Biz with a beautiful shot, though, finds victory. OC in play. One big headshot lands on to Derpy. Well, low health Gap has nothing to work with. The flick finds Kashir, though. Amplify aren't going to let easy as Biz takes out Sexy Eden as well. You do still have this Joker King to try to muscle through. Ewan is here. Biz gets another. Amplify actually hang on. You have got to be kidding me. Talk about digging deep, pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. The tenacity from Amplify brings to this thrilling finish. You're gonna have Derpy returning with a rampage. Gap comes back on a D.Va to try to make it here in time. We are gonna have one final fight. Really nothing for Amplify to work with. We've got to watch for Age of Alana moving in. A deep flank, as we have seen all map long here from the Tracer. Pulse Bomb just about ready to go. Victory finds Gap out of the gate. Janko's gonna throw in the ultimate pickup Biz. And Idiom stop this cart shy. GG's in chat. EDM will take the series 3-1. Greens, beans, beans. Thank you for the follow. What a time to show up. You know Amplify was just pushing TS1 in the butt. Just like, come on, robot. Move faster. Move faster. Oh, and Biz almost delivered us a map 5 with that play of the game. Let's look at some stats as I go get EDM's 3rd point on the board. Yeah, you're not wrong, PK. Kashir was coming up with some really clutch picks. Great series. Oh, my goodness. What stands out? What stands out in the stat card here at the end? I mean, kind of what we saw in the middle. I mean, you see Gap and Derpy are very, very close. Uncle's back. We talking about Biz? Aw, peace. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Congrats on winning the Call Summer Series, by the way. We got your Call Summer Series champions in chat here. Let's go. Let's go. We'll give Gorilla your player of the match. I think Gorilla just had one of those matches where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna give it to Gorilla. Let's do it. I mean, you're looking at 24-4. This is the one that really stood out. It was that big hold on Circuit Royale, where EDM start the comeback. Amplify are able to take map 1. It was a huge first point hold on EDM that really gets momentum flowing back in their direction. Gorilla instrumental in that map. 23 assists, 24-4. But throughout the day, I mean, continued to just excel. I mean, just look at the damage output of Gorilla compared to the rest of the supports in the lobby. That continues into. Continues into map 4. Where you can get 7,300 damage output from your Kiriko. Like, that's just crazy town. Crazy town.